Hello.
PGA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. And he's down there. You got to read?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole. This is what they have left for a par.
So it'll be a par to start their round.
That's a rock solid par right there.
And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. Distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. Course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike a Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
That's frustrating. 4 feet to the cup. That gets the job done. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's one stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20 some odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Currently at +1 for the day. Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the 4th hole, and it's a big brute of a par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see 2 massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
That's just inside the range. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
They've got this putt to tie Justin Rose.
Ooh, right by the hole.
I think it was going to be that much.
Well hold. Let's move on. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Great looking shot this. Oh, almost went in. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
Oh, no.
They've chosen to club down
The hell
here.
was that?
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Yes, they've made it.
This player is putting for fun.
And now over to Justin Rose.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
Sam Barron's Mark Levin.
This is a short par 4, always a fun hole to play.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
See if this will make it. Nope.
Well, that should find the bunker.
God damn it.
Setting up in the bunker here.
That one needs to sit down.
Well, if you can make that big putt, it'll save that bunker shot, that's for sure. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
If they sink this putt, they'll pull ahead of Justin Rose. Let's see if they can ramp up this rivalry.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't,
let's
Bob.
see this again. Have this one on repeat.
What was that, 42? 41.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots.
Can't be the 12.
Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
And here we are with the third shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. An opportunity for a birdie here. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. And now stepping onto this par 3 hole.
Let's see where we go here. It's too
This
slow.
one's bunker bound.
Every time on a par 3.
That's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Sit down, man.
Getting ready to play their third. Ooh, that almost went down. What's in front of them, Henny?
We're 15 feet out. He's been staring this one down. They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
Oh, so close. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Good putt that. And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
God damn it, in the game.
Where did that come from? That's not his style.
Oh, that's on the green.
That's brilliant out of the sand. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So, Rich, give us a halftime report.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Yeah, that one will play. Second shot here at the 10th.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Sitting at 1 under the card. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard.
This one looking really good.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And in it goes for the par. Currently 1 under for the tournament. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Nicely done. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 2 under. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Here's Justin Rose.
Ah, yes. The gentle fade. The buttercut, if you will.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. And we've arrived at a par 3.
Oh, lovely.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one looks like it's going right. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. That's a good putt to make, that one. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Currently a couple under for the event. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Good shot there. Okay, Henny. What's he looking at with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 3 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty.
It's a beauty, mate.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Better than most.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole.
8 strokes.
Setting up now on a par 4. It's heading to the bunker for sure. Second shot here on the 15th. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Seven feet to the cup.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
A good stroke. Oh, that's a good way to end what was a challenging hole.
Absolutely. In the bunker off the tee, getting that one, that is a Brucey bonus.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
No, another par 3.
Club up. I like this play.
Oh, well played into birdie range here at the 16th. And this putt to move into the top 20. It's got a chance. Beautiful shot. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 17th. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Whoa, what a ball.
And wow, what an approach. That was a golf shot. Justin Rose may be feeling a bit of pressure in this rivalry after that performance.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will move him to 6 under par. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Birdied their last hole.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. He's currently in a share of 11th place. It's time to tee off on the 18th hole.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Lovely river, Mike.
Oh, that was a little loose, wasn't it? That was wonderfully done. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up this shot with the wind in their face.
Oh no.
Look out, there's water there. Henny's down there.
Now, a little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. A 7-footer right here. And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. So, after the opening round, and a pretty solid one at that, this player still finds himself a fair way off the pace.
Yeah, a good round, a decent round, but nothing spectacular, and that's why they're in the position that they're at. They just need to get out there and grind a little bit more. We didn't really see them out there giving it their full effort because they just got lazy. I mean, it's just an okay round of golf, and it shows.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Champions Invitational. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elder with Rich Beam here as we keep an eye on this player who's been trailing in the tournament but has a real opportunity today.
They do. They need to get out there, though, and start firing at some flags. They've been playing very conservative all week long, and you can't continue to do that with any hopes of winning. You have to go ahead and start trying to take advantage of the conditions. Hit it close a few more times. And until they start doing that, I don't see them catching the leaders.
Certainly excited to see how today plays out, Rich. And that moves them to -6 for the tournament. Here we are at the second tee.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
Bit disappointing, that one. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
Quality shot, that one. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. That was a gallant attempt. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
This one's dialed in. And now over to Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here we are at the third. That's some good golf right there. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. A nice approach shot there. Pin high inside the range.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
That's inside the range.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see two massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He's currently tied for 15th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
This hole is a par 3. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. And he's safely on the green. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. Oh, just missed. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Looks good.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
Now 7 shots behind after that. Time to tee off at the 6th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the play, shall we?
Oh, God. That was ridiculous.
This is from miles away. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Solid par putt, that. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Looking at a par 5 here. That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. That's tidy. And here we are with the third shot. How close was that to going down? Putting for birdie. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
He's in a share of 15th. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
The tempo there was exquisite.
Yeah, well played.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
And this putt to move into the top 10. That's a lovely speed on that putt. So close to the hole. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. This hole is a par 4. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Oh, this could be good.
Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. What an opportunity to make a birdie. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. He finds himself in a share of 11th. Always love a new beginning. Here we are at the opening hole of the back 9, the 10th. Beautiful swing there.
Did it every time.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. This would be a great up and down. Oh, I thought that one was going in. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Go on.
That did everything but drop. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Now 7 shots behind after that. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Yeah, this is lovely.
That's a little wayward.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
What's going on? This is the
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Nice little par putt here.
Well, that was a beauty. That had eyes on the whole way. And it's time to recap that play.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
That's 9 under par for the event. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes. And choosing the 8 iron here.
Ooh, yeah.
Every time.
This one's headed right.
And now over to Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And back to the course with the live action.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Yeah, golf clap. Really good. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
Looking good.
And that's a way to fight back from a tough break. Well holed.
And that is a nice up and down out of the greenside bunker for the par.
Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right. This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Every time.
That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Go in.
Ooh, that almost went down. Big par saver coming up for this fella. That will work. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Teeing off now on the 14th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Well, you're in the hands of the tree gods now. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Had a big eagle on the last hole.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Ouch, that hurts. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. This hole here is a par 4. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
This one might need to set. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Okay, steady now.
Dead straight.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400+ attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Stepping up to the 16th tee now. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure. This putt to get to double digits under the card. Get excited. This could go in. And now over to Justin Rose.
Birdied their last hole.
Let's take a look at Justin Rose, shall we? And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. Time to face a par 4 now.
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He is right on the 150-yard marker here.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Oh, that's beautifully judged.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole.
Minus 21.
Teeing off here at the lucky last, the 18th.
Coming off a birdie at the last, looking to add another one.
Oh, that was pure. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going forward in 2 and get rewarded for it.
And as their opening round comes to a close, Rich, they seem to be playing pretty nicely.
2 rounds down, I'm liking what I'm seeing from this player. Looking forward to seeing if they can keep up this good form over the next couple of rounds.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. pleased you could join us for this third round action.
Go. Keep going.
Hi everyone, Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this player's trailing. Do they have to really step it up and get it going today?
Luke, this player's trailing currently, but let's face it, there's so much golf left to be played. I really think if they stay the course and continue playing the way they are, they've got a great chance of getting a victory here.
I know, I can't wait. Let's get back down to the coverage. Didn't that look good for a long time? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Starting the round at even par.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
And a very familiar sight, Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. This hole is a par 5. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at. Their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
He's currently tied for 6th.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see 2 massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. This one's tracking. Wonderful shot. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods.
Hello. 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 Oh, I fucking can't be dealing with that.
Going with the 8-iron here. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Oh, that's a clutch par.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
And it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard. Here we are at the 6th hole. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
Well, well played. Second shot here on the 7th. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
Yep, that shot safely on the green. And look here, to get to 18 under the card with this putt.
This for a birdie run.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
Kinda like it. 2 in a row.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. We've reached the 8th hole. Opting for the 5-iron.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
And he's hit that inside the range. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. Might need to get the feel back on the putting green. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the pace. Let's try and make this one. Only dropped the 1 shot.
Looking good so far.
Well hold. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of things right now. Teeing off here at the 9th hole. Oh, absolutely flushed. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
Nicely done.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Look out world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background, and I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods that then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about, you know, Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Sit down.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
This has to be a par.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one. It's tracking.
Oh,
Ooh.
slowly.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And a very familiar sight, Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down the right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Rich, we saw it right throughout Tiger Woods' career, just epic shot after epic shot. What was the best shot you ever saw Tiger hit?
We were playing in 2002 in the Grand Slam of golf over in Hawaii. Justin Leonard, Davis Love, Tiger, and myself. And we, on the second day, wind's blowing at a pretty good clip on the par 5. I think it was number 7. And you had to bust 2 shots to get there. Nobody, I mean, it was nearly impossible. And in fact, it was impossible, 3 out of the 4 of us, to get it home in 2. Well, Tiger gets up there on this par 5 the second day, and he's already leading by like 800, I think. And he drills one right down the middle. I lay up with a 3-wood. That's how hard it's blowing. I lay up with a 3-wood to about 70, 80 yards. And this little green is a little peninsula. It kind of goes from left to right, a little bit of a fade if you're a right-handed player, with water on the front part of the green, and the pin's over in the back right. And he gets up there and smokes driver off the deck into about a 25-mile-an-hour wind to about 6 feet away. And I look over at my caddy and I go, is this for real? I mean, are you sure that we're not in a video game right now? Because that's just not possible. I mean, it literally, the second shot off the deck with the driver was hit about forehead high and traveled about 270 into the wind. And the ball just kind of hung there, seemingly just about 20 feet off the ground, just hung there. And kept hanging, kept hanging,
kept hanging, and fell right exactly where he wanted it to. It was unbelievable. And at that moment in time, you kind of sit there and look at yourself on the inside and you go, whew, I don't have that shot, and I don't even know how to make up for a shot like that I don't have. You just knew that you're just kind of sitting there watching something that nobody else in the game can do. It's phenomenal.
Oh, what a super shot. And let's have another look at that one.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. Good shot there, Beamer. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up this shot from about 120.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Not the result they were after there.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it?
No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some. Trying to save par here.
Well done. He's currently tied for 14th. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. Choosing the 9-iron here. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
A bit short with that effort.
And he needs this to save par. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This putt is of 9 feet. That's a good bogey in the end. Currently 15 under par for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Time to face a par 4. Great shot. From around 140 yards here.
Downwind on this shot.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Well, that's a handy shot. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. Moments like that deserve another look.
What an amazing putt from way out.
He finds himself in a share of 15th position.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Second shot here at the 18th. Getting ready to play their third.
Stop.
This one's for birdie. And with that putt, concludes this players round. Well, Rich, that was a Jekyll and Hyde performance, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and which one was good, the Jekyll or the Hyde? I can never tell, but I tell you what, I think Mr. Jekyll's in the front and Mr. Hyde was on the back, because that's what it looked like.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
32 under.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Champions Invitational. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, and alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam.
I'm ready to get going into this, Luke.
Ready to get going.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today.
Sunday pins.
Not bad. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
Sit down.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
That's frustrating. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Ooh, right by the hole. That was pretty straightforward.
And a stumble on the opening hole never sets the tone very well. It'll be interesting to see how they react.
Trying to shake off the bogey on the last hole as they step onto this tee.
The harmony on that swing was awesome.
Second shot on the second.
Bye.
And here we are with the third shot. You like that, didn't you? 7 feet to the cup.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. This looks good. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
There was a big impact for a lot of players playing alongside Tiger Woods. They almost got sort of, spooked by the occasion. Why was that?
More than anything else, it's the fact that they're playing in front of more people than they ever had in their life before. And this rings true for, I think, every single player out there, whether it was Ernie Els, Vijay Singh, anybody from that era. You had more eyeballs on you at that moment than anybody else, because Tiger carried the biggest crowds every single tournament. And so sometimes it would be uncomfortable, even for the most accomplished players out there. Some of them will tell you, no, it wasn't a big deal, but I can promise you it got their attention, and it probably helped them in a certain sense, because
when you played in front of that many people, Luke, you wanted to focus. You wanted to put your best foot forward, because there is no worse feeling in the world than going out and laying an egg in front of 30,000 people. I can promise you that. That's why I enjoyed playing with him, because when you went out there, you knew you had to play well. You didn't want to embarrass yourself in front of all those people.
Now this putt to get to 18 under par.
Looking for another birdie here.
Well, that'll play.
Finally, they needed it.
Okay, as we move along, it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
They've decided to club up.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we are checking in down here with Justin Rose as he gets set for his next shot here on the 16th.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just a 4-footer remaining. That's tracking. That gets the job done. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Next up is this par 4 hole. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Oh, that was mashed. Second shot here on the 6th. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Just didn't drop. Big putt for par coming up. That's well holed. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Teeing off here at the 7th. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make.
It's tracking.
This putt from around 18 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
Ouch, that hurts. Par putt coming up here. Job done. Let's head to the next. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently in the lead as we head to the next tee. Going with the 5-iron here.
This one headed left.
That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
What's a strange miss there. Look, they've been hitting the greens all day long.
Very crafty, that shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. Teeing off now on the 9th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. That's nicely done. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Joke.
That's inside the house of opportunity.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Come on, ball. Come on.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Well, I hope you pack the bucket and spade because you're heading to the sand. Getting ready to play their third. Nicely done. Good look at birdie here. Was on a good line. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par.
No. Fuck's sake.
Playing their 4th shot. This is their 5th shot. Oh, just missed. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey.
Double bogey.
And nicely holed. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole.
Coming off that double bogey, can they get their mind right?
Sadly, this one will make a splash. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Currently 14 under for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
This hole's a tough 2-shotter, a long par 4.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
A tad wayward, but still on the surface. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's disappointing. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at -14 now for the event. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
He's got a bit of trouble here. Bad lie just off the fairway. Ouch. Wow, did this come out beautifully?
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Well, you like the look of those hands.
Great touch.
And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Pretty good shot there.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got, I'd say a solid 145 here.
This one could take a little bounce to the left.
Yep, he's putting Rosie's nosy out of joint with that one. That was an incredible approach.
Yeah, this is some high quality golf. Down the putt goes, and it's 15 under par, heading down the stretch. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 16th. Opting for the 9-iron. That should find the bunker. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Getting ready to play their third. How close was that to going down? Putting for bogey here.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
And that goes down for a bogey. Currently 14 under for the event. Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th. Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous swing. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 145 yards. What a drive that was.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Outstanding approach shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Well, it's come down to this, the final hole. Welcome to the 18th. Oh, well done. And here we are with the 3rd shot. This would be a great up and down. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this putt is for a final score of 74. And that'll bring his tournament to a close. Well, unfortunately, not able to secure back-to-back victories here, but you've got to be impressed with the performance overall.
Luke, this player did everything to seal back-to-back wins on the PGA Tour. Unfortunately, coming up just a touch short. Still 2 awesome weeks.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.